If you want to know the single most important factor in whether someone will develop cancer, forget genetics, forget family history. What matters is something happening in your body right now at this very moment. Microscopic cancers are forming inside you, not might be forming, are forming. Everyone watching this has them. But here's what most people don't understand. Whether those microscopic cancers ever become dangerous depends entirely on three things. Your body controls your immune system's ability to find and destroy them. Your blood vessel system's decision whether to feed them. And your body's inflammatory state that either smothers them or fans the flames. I'm an emergency medicine physician and cancer researcher. After nearly 30 years studying how the body fights disease, I've seen what happens when these natural defense mechanisms fail. People develop cancers that could have been stopped. But I've also seen something remarkable. Specific foods in exact amounts can activate these defense systems, even in people over 60, even in people who've already been diagnosed. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 foods that clinical studies have proven fight cancer at the cellular level. We'll explore how each one works through multiple pathways to starve tumors, boost immunity, and repair damaged tissue. Most importantly, I'll give you the exact amounts researchers used in human studies, not speculation, actual doses that worked in real people. Quick favor. I see messages from people who've watched several of my videos and didn't realize they weren't subscribed. Could you double check right now? It's free, takes 2 seconds, and helps this channel reach more people who desperately need this information. Now, here's the thing most people don't know. At any given moment, you have thousands of microscopic cancers in your body. This isn't speculation. This is established science. When researchers perform autopsies on people who died from accidents, people with no cancer diagnosis, no symptoms, they find microscopic clusters of cancer cells. 40% of women in their 40s have microscopic breast cancer. 50% of men in their 50s have microscopic prostate cancer. 70% of people in their 70s have microscopic thyroid cancer. But these never become clinical cancer. Why? Because your body has 3 defense systems keeping them in check. The first is your immune system. You have specialized cells called natural killer cells, T cells, and macrophages. They patrol your body 24 hours a day, looking for abnormal cells. When they find a microscopic cancer, they eliminate it. This happens thousands of times throughout your life without you ever knowing. Think of it like security guards in a building. They're constantly checking every room, every floor. The moment they spot an intruder, they remove them. Your immune system is doing this constantly. The second defense is inflammation control. Inflammation is actually a good thing when you cut your finger. It's your immune system rushing to the scene to prevent infection and heal the wound. But chronic inflammation is different. It's like having a small fire burning in your body all the time. That fire releases chemicals that tell cells to grow faster, divide more rapidly, and ignore normal stop signals. Microscopic cancers love inflammation. It's like pouring gasoline on a campfire. If you can control inflammation, keep it low, those microscopic cancers stay dormant. They can't grow. But if inflammation runs wild, those cancers get the signal to expand. This is why people with chronic inflammatory diseases have higher cancer rates. It's not the disease itself causing cancer. It's the inflammatory environment giving cancers permission to grow. The third defense, and this is the one most people have never heard about, is called angiogenesis. Every cell in your body needs oxygen and nutrients delivered by blood vessels. Your organs are laced with tiny blood vessels, bringing everything cells need to survive. But here's what's fascinating. Microscopic cancers, those tiny clusters of abnormal cells, can't get blood vessels on their own. They're too small. A cancer can't grow larger than about 2 millimeters, the size of a ballpoint pen tip, without blood vessels. It hits a size limit and stops. It's harmless at that size. But if that cancer can trick your body into growing blood vessels toward it, everything changes. Once blood vessels reach that tumor and start feeding it oxygen and nutrients, it can grow 16,000 times larger in just 2 weeks. 16,000 times. That's the difference between a harmless speck and a deadly tumor. The process of growing new blood vessels is called angiogenesis. It's normal and healthy for healing wounds, but when cancers hijack this process, that's when they become dangerous. Your body has the power to say no to that cancer's request for blood vessels. When your anti-angiogenic defense is strong, those blood vessels never grow. The cancer stays microscopic and harmless forever. When the defense is weak, blood vessels grow, the cancer explodes in size, and that's when people get diagnosed. So how do foods activate these three defenses? Let me break down the science and give you the exact amounts and preparations. The first food is green tea. Green tea contains compounds called catechins, specifically one called EGCG, which stands for epigallocatechin gallate. You don't need to remember the name, but you need to understand what it does. When you brew a cup of tea, the EGCG dissolves into the water, whether you use tea bags, loose leaves, or matcha powder. You're getting this compound. Now, what does EGCG do in your body? 3 critical things. First, it lowers inflammation dramatically. Researchers measured inflammatory markers before and after 8 weeks of green tea consumption. They found reductions in C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, and tumor necrosis factor alpha by 30 to 50%. That's pharmaceutical level reduction from a beverage. Second, EGCG boosts your immune system, specifically natural killer cell activity. In one study, older adults drinking 3 cups daily for 3 months increased natural killer cell function by 47%. Nearly 50% better at hunting abnormal cells. Third, EGCG is anti-angiogenic. It prevents tumors from recruiting blood vessels. In laboratory studies, tumors exposed to EGCG couldn't grow new blood vessels. They stayed small. Human studies tracked over 8,000 people for 10 years. Those drinking 5 or more cups daily had significantly lower rates of colon, stomach, and esophageal cancer. Preparation matters. Never pour boiling water directly on tea. Let it cool for 3 minutes after boiling. Steep for 5 minutes. Dunk the tea bag repeatedly to release the catechins. The therapeutic dose, 2 to 3 cups daily. or 1 teaspoon of matcha powder once daily. The second food is broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables. These contain sulforaphane, a sulfur compound that activates your immune system, reduces inflammation, and blocks angiogenesis. The stalk contains twice as much sulforaphane as the florets. Don't throw it away. 1 cup daily is the studied dose. Broccoli sprouts are even more powerful, containing 100 times more sulforaphane. Half a cup daily significantly reduced cancer biomarkers in clinical studies. The third food is papaya. Its orange color comes from beta-cryptoxanthin, a carotenoid shown to reduce lung cancer risk by 31% in long-term studies. 1 cup daily is effective. Whole fruit is protective. Juice without fiber is not. The fourth food is purple potatoes. Their deep violet color comes from anthocyanins, compounds that slow tumor growth and target cancer stem cells. Cook them, cool them, then refrigerate to create resistant starch, feeding beneficial gut bacteria and reducing inflammation. 1 medium potato daily is beneficial. The fifth food is pomegranate. It contains ellagitannins, which gut bacteria convert into urolithins. These compounds block blood vessel growth in tumors and feed beneficial bacteria like Akkermansia mucinifila, crucial for immune activation. 8 ounces of 100% juice daily slowed PSA doubling time dramatically in prostate cancer patients. Now let me give you a simple daily protocol. Morning, 2 cups of green tea. Mid-morning, 1 cup of papaya. Lunch, broccoli or sprouts. Afternoon, another cup of green tea. Dinner, purple potatoes. Before bed, 8 ounces of pomegranate juice. Consistency matters more than intensity. These effects build over weeks and months. Frozen produce is fine. If you're undergoing cancer treatment, inform your oncologist. These foods complement treatment, they don't replace it. And if you're scared, that's normal, but you're not helpless. Every cup of green tea activates immune cells. Every serving of broccoli starves microscopic tumors. Every glass of pomegranate juice feeds bacteria that strengthen your immune system. These are measurable biological actions. You have more control than you think. Long-term studies show that people consuming the highest amounts of these foods have up to 50% lower cancer mortality. 50%. These aren't exotic superfoods. They're in your local grocery store. The cost for a week, maybe $20 to $30. Compare that to the cost of cancer. If this information helped you, share it with someone who needs it. A parent, a spouse, a friend. Cancer affects 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women in their lifetime. This information could save a life. And in the next video, I'll break down the foods that actually increase cancer risk, the ones hiding in plain sight that people eat every day without realizing the danger. I'll see you in the next one.